Ever been tricked into doing a big favor because you agreed to a small one first? That, my dear friends, is the foot in the door technique. Picture this. A mate asks to borrow a pen. No big deal, right? But then they need a lift and suddenly your car keys are in their hands. It's a sly trick, making the larger request seem less significant after the smaller one. So next time someone asks you for a small favor, watch out. You might just end up signing over your firstborn. Ever bought a product because everyone else was using it? Welcome to the world of social proof. This psychological trick is as simple as it gets. We tend to do what others are doing. Picture this. You're walking down the street and see people sporting neon green shoes. They're everywhere. So you think, well, they must be the latest trend. And before you know it, you've got a pair of your own. Remember, just because everyone is jumping off a bridge doesn't mean you should too. Ever rush to buy something because it was limited stock? That's the scarcity principle at work. This psychological trick plays off our fear of missing out. Picture this. You're at a store, eyeing that last hideous neon green sweater, convinced you absolutely need it because it's the last one. Ridiculous, right? Yet it works. The scarcity principle makes the unappealing suddenly appealing simply because it's scarce. So next time you're told it's the last one left, take a step back and think. Ever questioned your sanity because someone kept denying the truth? You've been gaslighted. Gaslighting is this sneaky little trick where someone alters the truth, making you question your perception. Picture this. Your roomie denies eating the last slice of your favorite cake. You saw him munching on it, yet he insists it was the dog. Hilarious, right? But it's not so funny when it's your reality being questioned. Remember, trust your gut, especially when it comes to cake. Ever noticed someone copying your gestures and thought it was a bit odd? Well, mirroring isn't just for parrots. Picture this. Someone trying to impress a Brit by mimicking their accent, only to sound more like a broken record than Benedict Cumberbatch. That's mirroring for you. It's all about replicating another's actions to gain their trust. So if someone starts mimicking you, they're either really into you or they're a parrot. Or both. Ever followed advice just because it came from an expert? That's authority bias for you. Authority bias is when we trust those in positions of authority, even when it leads us down some peculiar paths. Imagine following a diet of only blue food because a celebrity swore it gave them superpowers. Sounds silly, right? Yet we've all fallen for it at some point. Remember, just because someone's famous doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Ever convinced yourself you wanted something just because you couldn't have it? Hello, cognitive dissonance? This psychological phenomenon is when we try to balance out conflicting beliefs or desires. Picture this. You're stuck in a job you can't stand, but you convince yourself it's great because, well, those office chairs are super comfortable, right? It's a mental gymnastics routine we all perform. So next time you find yourself justifying a bad decision, remember, it's not you, it's cognitive dissonance. Ever been overwhelmed with affection only to be left high and dry? You've been love-bombed. Picture this. Your cat, usually aloof, suddenly can't get enough of you. Purring, rubbing, the works. But alas, it's not your sparkling personality they're after. It's the tuna sandwich in your hand. Love bombing works the same way, an outpouring of affection to manipulate you. Remember, if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. Except for chocolate. Chocolate is always true. Ever assume someone was nice just because they were attractive? That's the halo effect. It's when we let good looks blind us into thinking that a person must also be smart, kind, or generous. Picture this. You're at a movie premiere and you see a handsome actor. You might think, oh, he's so charming and kind, but hey, you've never met him. He could be mean as a snake. Remember, looks can be deceiving, especially if they come with a six-pack. Ever been promised something great only to end up with something else? That's a classic bait and switch. Picture this. You're at a fancy new restaurant, salivating at the thought of that gourmet steak. But lo and behold, your waiter arrives with a hot dog. That's right, a hot dog. This is a classic example of the bait and switch technique where an attractive offer is sneakily replaced with a less desirable one. So always read the fine print. And remember, if they promise you a steak and give you a hot dog, it's time to switch. Enjoying the video so far? Then hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It's a simple way to show your support, and it even boosts our spirits. Plus, it keeps you in the loop with our latest content. Think of it as a win-win situation. You get access to a wealth of knowledge and we get to share our passion with you. Don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss a video. And no, it's not a dark psychology trick, we promise. Ever felt overwhelmed by too much information? That's information overload. Picture this. It's Friday night, you're snuggled on the couch ready for a Netflix binge, but you just can't decide what to watch. With thousands of shows at your fingertips, you're paralyzed by the sheer volume of choices. This is a classic example of information overload. It's like standing in a candy shop with too many sweets to choose from. Remember, sometimes less is more. Except when it comes to cake, of course. Ever accepted a gift only to find out it came with strings attached? That's the Trojan horse technique. Much like that legendary wooden horse from the tales of ancient Greece, this tactic hides a disadvantage or obligation within a seemingly innocent offering. Picture this. You're thrilled to receive a free puppy. But wait, now you've got to account for food, vet bills, and chewed-up shoes. That's the Trojan horse technique for you, so be wary of Greeks bearing gifts, or anyone else for that matter. Well, that's it. We've taken a hilarious yet enlightening journey into the world of dark psychology. We've peeked behind the curtain of the foot-in-the-door technique, social proof, the scarcity principle, gaslighting, mirroring, authority bias, cognitive dissonance, love bombing, the halo effect, bait and switch, information overload, and the Trojan horse technique. Phew, that's quite a list, isn't it? Remember, knowledge is power, so use these tips wisely and stay one step ahead. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to stay savvy, stay witty, and above all, stay cheeky. If you enjoyed this delve into dark psychology, be sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Until next time, keep your wits about you and don't fall for any psychological trickery.
Savored this video? Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.